It's Miss trying to figure it all out. I am up at 3:15 a.m. It is Sunday morning. This is my time to be up. I know most of you are asleep or maybe just getting home from going out or whatever. For me, I am just getting this feeling like I would like to play around with some hair and makeup. I probably should be getting some rest, but I'd rather be doing this. so, but yeah, so I'm gonna actually, I have a top. It's like it's a mock neck or kind of like a turtleneck mock neck top, and I kind of want to do either just a puff or maybe two French braids or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I just feel like playing around, playing dress up. So, and if you see my videos, you know what that's all about. So I kind of want to do, like I said, the high puff. I have some of these. I know these aren't for a puff, but these things, I can get one out. It's like one of these. I like to use this and kind of wrap it around and do a puff. So I haven't done one like that in a while, so I kind of want to see if it's still the same amount of ease for me. But, so yeah, these are typically used like at more of a headband and you just put it back, but my hair is really thick. So yeah, I just kind of use it my own way. But, so yeah, I hope you guys have been doing well. I've just been working as usual. This is my weekend off though. I'm not like really doing as much like just running around just because the weather has changed, and I don't like cold weather. I mean, it's okay as long as I'm inside, but it's been kind of gloomy. Like, I did end up getting up earlier than usual today just because, well, let me rewind. Okay, so I'm saying today, but today's technically Sunday, but for Saturday, I ended up getting up early. I got home at like, from work at like a little after 5 Saturday morning, and then slept until about noon, and then got up, laid back down till about 1 something and got ready because my dryer has been acting up and is not working properly. So I asked Aubrey if she wanted to go to Home Depot, and we went to check out some smart dryers. So that was my goal for the day, like the important thing that I had to get done. So hopefully by next week I'll have a new dryer here. So yeah, it's like that's just one thing I did not anticipate is my dryer going out, but I mean, it is what it is, and I have to have one. So I mean, with the way that I work, there's just no way I could go to like a laundromat and dry clothes and stuff. I wouldn't be able to do it. But, so yeah, just things that happen in life. I didn't even let it, like at first, when I realized it wasn't working right, like, I didn't even get all like worked up. Like, it was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Home Depot on my first day off. So I actually was gonna order the new dryer online, but I'm glad I did not before I went to the store, because I wasn't sure if it doesn't tell you online whether or not it's a 3-prong or a 4-prong. So I really wasn't sure. And so the dryer that I looked at, I looked at an LG and a Samsung, and they're both front load dryers, and I believe, yeah, front load dryers, and they have a lot of different options on them, but really I just want to dry my clothes. But I still did have opted for one of the smart ones. Um, so yeah, I'm glad I went because I was able to get some questions answered, and I had taken pictures of my current um, dryer and the outlet, just so I didn't. I'm like, you know what? If I order something online and it's not right, there are no returns, and that is too much to be spending for it not to work out. Like that would just ruin me. I would not be happy if that happened. So I just had to go there and talk to them first and make sure that I was purchasing the right stuff. And then also on Monday, hopefully by Monday, or no later than Tuesday, hopefully the maintenance man is going to come and check out my outlet. Because before I actually finalize anything, I want to be sure that it is actually my dryer, because there was like no warning. It hasn't been acting funny. It's been great. So I want to make sure it's actually my dryer and not the outlet. So, okay. We'll see. It's okay. Get it together. But so yeah, I've had that going on, and I had my doctor's appointment. I know in the most recent video that I posted, that I uploaded, I was talking about going to the doctor and having my annual. So I did go, and it went okay. I'm still going to be going for my ultrasound next week, so I'm kind of not happy about that. I mean, I am, because, I mean, y'all know I believe in preventative maintenance, but it's nerve-wracking waiting on results, and plus results, because I'm still waiting on the results from the annual that I just had, which is this annual. This is my 3-year appointment where they do the actual cervical cancer screening. So you ladies out there know that's important. Got to keep that all together, because early detection is best. So I hate that it's every 3 years, though. I feel like something like that should be more frequent, but it is what it is. I guess it's the whole insurance thing. So yeah, I had that. I'm waiting on results from that. And then the appointment that I'm having this next week for the ultrasound for my fibroids, that is like 6:45 in the morning. And I mean, I know I get off in the morning and I stay up in the morning, which for me feels like nighttime. Like, you know, it's my night. Like right now, it's like nighttime for me, even though it's morning. Like evening, nighttime. And when I go to sleep at 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, I mean, that's actually my bedtime. So yeah, I'm just not happy about having this 6:45 appointment. And not just because it's early, but because, I mean, I'll get off at 5. I have to rush home, get ready. Luckily, I don't live far from the hospital, but the fact that it's at the hospital, I do not like having to go to the hospital for stuff like that, because the hospital is huge. It's ridiculously huge. And just finding where stuff is at in there is just, it's enough to push me over the edge. So yeah, I've been trying to think positive about it, and trying to be in good spirits. That's really all that I can do. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna hope for the best and continue to try my best to take care of myself. So, but anyway, so yeah, I think I'm gonna try something with my hair. Like I said, I know I've done puffs before, but I love doing a top puff, and also trying the new top. So the top is like, I think I'm actually going to wear the top tomorrow if I go somewhere. I kind of have some stuff I want to go out and do, but then again, I don't know. It's just a whole weather thing. I'm just like that. Like when it gets this time of year, I told you guys this months ago when it was still nice and hot out. I'm like, when this is not my season. It's just not. I mean, I just do not do very well this time of year, and this is actually the second Christmas with since Gizzy passed. Like Gizzy passed July 1st of 22. So then there was Christmas, which was, you know, it was Christmas. And then yeah, so after that, after the last Christmas, you know, I it was me and Aubrey, obviously, but I threw my tree out and all my decorations. I actually threw those out several weeks ago. So I used to have like an angel bear, like a holiday bear. I threw it out. So yeah, I am not going to be putting up any Christmas decorations this year or anything like that. So it is what it is. So, okay, first things first. I already had eyebrows pretty much done from today, from earlier. So I'm really just focusing on touching up my face and deciding which way I want to wear my hair. If I do the French braids, I'm gonna have to have gloves on, and I haven't tried to braid my hair like that with gloves on yet. So I'm not sure how easy it's gonna be. So maybe I might try the puff first, and then maybe try the French braids after. I'm gonna take my earrings off. So yeah, work has been good. It's been busy. I was excited that I got a new desk in the lab, and I should be getting my monitors and stuff. So I'll have a monitor at my desk, my desktop. So I'm happy about that. And it's less stuff I have to carry back and forth to work too. So I kind of ditched my backpack because now I only need my lunch bag because I have my desk at work that has plenty of storage space for my stuff. So yeah, I was really surprised to see it in there, but really appreciative. And it makes a huge difference. So, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually, it might be easier for me to put the top on first, because I'm afraid if I try to do my hair and makeup and then put the top on, I'm gonna mess something up. So hold on just a second, okay? Okay, so is this not too cute or what? Make sure that it has like a undershirt with it. That way it's not, because it's a very thin material. So you don't, I mean, it'd be cute if it was a little sheer. It was, you know, you could still put like a pretty bra up under it. But like a pink or black or any color that's in this shirt really. But it has like, it's layered. So I think it's really cute, and I'm just gonna pair this with some jeans and some cute shoes, and I will show you that when I get done. So yeah, like I was saying, things have been going pretty typical as far as work. And I have, it's so weird, like well, I know you guys probably are getting tired of hearing me say this, but I work with not that many women. I'll say it differently this time. And so I got asked out again this past week, and I politely declined. And I just really don't want to date anyone that I work with. I mean, I just don't. If I see you all day at work, or even see you at work, and then I have to be around you outside of work, that's just not enough space. And I just don't, I'm not interested in that. Like I said, I don't know why people feel like they have to just find somebody on the job to hook up with. I'm not interested in that. So I'd rather date someone not associated anyway with my job. I'm trying to fix this toggle so I can show you guys my watch band. But let me tighten it up a little bit more. Is that not cute? My bracelet's off. But anyway, so I politely declined, and not to mention, I mean, I get asked out by men that are less than half my age. They're like in their 20s and 30s, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I did date the last two people that I dated. One was 28 and one was 24. So there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I wasn't looking for a long-term relationship, but I just, I'm like, no, thank you. I'm like, I was real polite about it though, but I could tell he was like, and that's so cute. Anyway, I could tell he was like, his feelings were hurt. So I'm like, oh, gosh, this is awkward. Now I gotta go to work and see this person that it just makes it awkward. That's why I'm like, just don't even do it. Just don't even ask. Oh, I'm so silly. But, so yeah, I mean, I did say, I want to get back into the dating scene. I know I work a lot and everything, but, I just would prefer not to date someone on my job, period. And it's funny because I had another man that had asked me for my phone number, and I politely said, I politely declined. I actually told him, I was like, well, I'm kind of interested in someone else right now, and I just tried to smooth it over and just leave it at that. Do y'all know that he completely quit speaking to me? Like, he was angry. I was like, what is wrong with people? I mean, you can't do that just because someone says that they don't want to give you their phone number. I mean, we still have to work together. Like, you can't. What's wrong with people? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I felt like that was a bit much just to react that way. So, but he has since tried to, and once he reacted that way, I was like, I'm so glad I didn't, go for it and like, hey, let's go ahead and go out a couple times. I'm so glad I didn't do that once I saw how he reacted like that. I was like, that is completely childish. So I saved myself an unnecessary headache. But anyway, yeah, it's just really funny how people are. It's just, people just assume when you're single, you're just like living the wild life. You just this, that. And it's not. You have to be really selective because of stuff like that. And you just, it's not as easy as you might think. I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy being single, but if I was to actually get into a relationship where then that's all good. But, I have to get to know someone well. I'm not just going to you know, I have to be around a person. I have to be around them, know what they're like at their best, their worst. Um, so yeah, it was just a real funny, um, some funny experiences that I've had recently regarding that. So, but whatever happens will happen. I'm not going to rush anything. Look at this color still bleeding, and I have barely touched my hair, y'all. Um, it's crazy. This, just don't do it. With the splat, don't even do it. But so yeah, I just, like I said, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. And I'm definitely, it's not like I'm looking to get married again, because I definitely am not. I am not shopping for a husband, okay? So now stuff has changed the color of all my hair tools. I know I said this before in another video, but it is just a mess. I don't want to saturate my hair too much because I'm not really sure what I want to try to do with it yet. So, yeah, I've been watching, what is it? Oh, dang, I forget what it's called. It's 5.0 Patrol. I've been watching Karen Cam. Oh, my Lord. I mean, a lot of people get arrested for DUIs. I mean, so serious. And I rarely see where men get arrested, or at least they don't show as many episodes featuring men getting arrested as they do women. But I just watched one, and this poor woman, I mean, young lady, she had been to a bar, and she had ended up crashing into a utility truck, and she was just gone, y'all. I just felt so bad for her. I'm like, dang. And, yeah, I have seen some doozies. Like, there's been some wild ones. And I mean, some of these people are so drunk that they don't even realize, like, there was one where a car was flipped over. There was one where a woman, I was watching this earlier, where a woman actually was drunk driving and hit a house and left the scene. She hit a house in her own neighborhood and left the scene. And so they ended up catching up with her in the car with her dad. And her poor dad didn't have any clue what was going on. This poor man was just blindsided. And so, yeah, she was so out of it. She didn't even realize what had really happened. She was trying to say it wasn't her, actually. So, and I kind of believed that she believed it really wasn't at first. You know, I think she was just that gone that she just she didn't really understand what had just gone on. I mean, I truly believe that she was just that out of it. But, so yeah, I've been watching some good episodes. And this woman, they end up catching up with her. They're telling her, you know, you left the scene of an accident, you know, you hit a house. And she's like, no, I didn't. And so they run her plates. They're telling her, we're going to go around there, we're going to run the plates on that car, and if it comes back to be your car, you know, basically telling her there's going to be further consequence. So she ended up going to jail, but the poor woman, she was so gone, y'all. She had peed on herself, and that's just humiliating. You know, when you get to that point, it's just really humiliating. But she was that out of it, and I'm like, you know, people like that don't need to be behind the wheel. And so up until the end, like, she was just a handful. Hey. So it's looking cute, little in the face. Now, I have to admit, I get a little bit agitated with my hair when it's in my face like this, but this is cute. Once I get my face and a couple of accessories on, it's actually cute. So I know I was gonna do the around thing, but if I do that, I'm afraid my bang is gonna be messed up. So I think I'm going to grab a couple of clips and a hairpin. Here's my mouth. And I'll be right back. So yeah, you guys, I have seen the episodes that I've seen of the people, you know, getting pulled over for like DUI and stuff, and like it's amazing to me. I guess I just had no clue how many people actually pee on themselves during those episodes. And like some, I mean, I understand they're in the wrong and that they shouldn't be driving that way, but like there was this one, and this young lady that she was a little intoxicated, but honestly, I felt like she could have been okay. But anyway, she was a little bit intoxicated, and she kept telling them, she's like, I have to pee really bad. Like, she just kept on and kept on and kept on. And she's pleading, can I please pee? She's like, I'm going to pee on myself. Can I please? You know, and they're like, well, you just have to wait. You know, it's like they almost were so agitated with the situation. And I know they have to be, you know, because some of those people are just a handful to deal with. But I was like, dang. So she ends up, he's trying to give her the field sobriety test. And, you know, y'all know what it's like when you have had some drinks, or even when you just have to go to the restroom. Like, when you have to go, you can't really focus on anything else. Like, seriously, you can't. You know, your focus is completely designated to trying to hold in, you know, your urine so you don't pee on yourself, so you don't urinate on yourself. I know I'm saying pee, which is not the correct proper term, but I can also say urinate. But so yeah, you know how it is. You need your whole amount of focus. So, you know, because you're trying to get through it. And I think that's what it was. And they were just acting like, you know, no, you peed on yourself because you're drunk. No, she warned them like time and time again, like, hey, I really have to go. If I don't get to a restroom, I am going to pee on myself. And of course she did. And it was just bad. But I've seen many, I'm addicted to this now, watching it, like a cross between, I think it's called Karen Cam, and showing the Karens, and then Patrol 5.0 or 5.0 Patrol, and I think it's, the other one is like Drive, I want to say Drive by Tours or Drive Through Tours, something like that. I'll have to check and see for sure, you guys. I'm probably jacking that up, but so yeah, I got my hair clip showing over here. But yeah, I'm just like, wow, I never realized that many people have accidents and while they're getting arrested. Yeah, so that was just interesting for me. I mean, some of the people, like I said, I know they're in the wrong, but I just hate, they just seem like they were good people who just obviously made a poor decision. And I just hated to see them end up the way that they did. Now, some getting arrested are just horrible. Like this one young lady got arrested and tried to pull into her her grandfather's house driveway or something when she knew the police were following her or whatever. And so she hurried up and pulled into her grandfather's driveway. And they tell her, get out the car, this and that. She didn't even have any pants on, y'all. Like, she had them in her car, but for some reason she didn't have them on. I was like, what's going on in there? Yeah, it's a highly addictive. These episodes are highly addictive to watch. Some are interesting just because, it's just really enlightening. But then some, I'm just like, I just wonder if the people that they take the video of, like, that are on the, I guess, what do you call it? What do you call it that the police wear their camera? I just wonder if the people ever get to see themselves with it, because I'm pretty sure once they sober up, they're like, where am I at? Because some of them are completely gone. But yeah, I just wonder if they ever get a chance to go back and see how they behaved, because some are like really, 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 really ridiculous. I typically like my hair all the way off of my face, just so you can see my face. I'm kind of still not sure how this is going to go, if this is what I want to do. I'm still trying to get it together. I think after this, maybe I will try the French braids real quick and see if I can handle doing them with the gloves on. I used to French braid my hair quite often, but I just haven't done it in a long time. And I know I said I wanted a top puff, which technically, this is a top puff. It's just maybe a different version of a top puff. So I finally put my vacation in, y'all. I am so happy. So yeah, I will be off. I will be off quite a few days coming up. So next month, starting next month, I usually take all my vacation at the end of the year. So I have that in November and December. I'll have quite a few days off, especially in November. And I'm just, like I said, I'm horribly excited. It's going to also give me time to prepare and work on the move, because as I've told you, I will be moving come the spring, and I'm just really, really excited. Okay, but so yeah, some cute afro. Okay, that's how we do. So I'm going to go ahead and try to put some little accessories on, and then look at how my gloves ended up. If I didn't have these gloves on, my nails would be so jacked up, okay? I'll just be glad when this color completely stops bleeding, and then I can just forget it ever happened and not look back. So now I'm going to put some accessories on. With this kind of top, I really don't do a necklace, but I have a really pretty ring on that matches. You can't tell it's pink, but it is. And pink and black. And so I'm just going to decide whether I'm going to do a stud earring or a hoop earring. Maybe I'll try a stud first. So I actually have a pink stud, a pink heart stud. Let's see what that looks like. If not, I have a different stud. So yeah, you guys, when I move, I will not be taking any furniture along. It's gonna give me and Aubrey a chance to kind of redo some things, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun time for me, at least. I know it sounds boring to you guys, but I'm looking forward to it. So these are pink. I don't know if I'm really feeling that. Can always try a hoop. Get this out. Earring back is stuck. Let's try a different stud. So yeah, tonight or earlier in the evening, Abriel wanted pizza, so she got she wanted Domino's, and I was kind of like, not really feeling Domino's. So there's a place called Giannino's, and that's what I had, Giannino's pizza, and I had a salad, and I had some JoJo's. And it's so funny, when we left there, like before we went there, we had stopped, we got a couple, I had to go in Walgreens, so we got a couple snacks, candy and stuff like that, chips. Well, she got some hot fries, candy and stuff. And then after we picked our pizza up, I was like, well, I need to stop and run in, and I wanted to get a Coke Zero at the gas station. And she's like, okay. When I come out, she's looking like, what do you got? And I had this bag, like, y'all, I had gotten snacks and Grippos and just cutting up zingers. She started cracking up. I was like, that's what you get for letting me go in by myself. But so okay, here's another stud. I like this stud. Let's try a hoop. I'm gonna try a hoop, y'all. It's okay. So I have a regular hoop, and I also have my heart hoops. I really enjoy my heart hoops, but we'll put this one on first. Okay. Try that. I'm gonna try to put my hair up a little bit better, and then let me grab my pants, and then my shoes, and I'll be right back, and I'll finish my face. I know it's fall, but it is okay to have a neon lip. Y'all know I just don't follow any type of fashion. You know this. And I know I just said I wasn't going to put a necklace on, but I said, let me just try. Let me see. So I think that this is cute. So, let's get a little color on me. Yeah, it is 4:15 in the morning and I am playing dress up. I am not sure if I will ever stop doing this. It's just something that it helps relax me. It calms my nerves somehow. It's fun. It's soothing. It puts me in a good mood. This is actually a contour color that I'm using on my cheeks. I saw the color, it's like a matte contour color. Stay Matte Rimmel. Just, I don't know, I think out at Walmart or Walgreens. And I was like, gosh, that would look nice on my cheeks and, you know, just as a blush eyeshadow, and that's how I use it. But it's really, it's a setting powder actually. That's just how I am. Using stuff not how it's not supposed to be used. I'm not gonna get all crazy with the mascara just because I'm getting ready to wash my makeup off for bed. Here, my chair. My chair's like, oh, you're killing me. I mean, typically I would put a couple more layers of mascara on, but it's all good. It's just for dress-up purposes. I could use a darker lipstick and line around the pink if I wanted to. Now I have some darker colored lipsticks. I don't know, I threw out a lot of makeup when I threw that box of stuff out from my closet, when I was going through that phase, cleaning my closet out, which is finally clean, so I guess I'm not mad at that, but one of those lipsticks to outline this would have been cute. It's like a brick, like a wine color, maybe, but it's all good. I'll just leave it like this. So, but anyway, this lipstick with a wine color around it or a really deep brown is actually really pretty. And I could do that had I not thrown everything out like I did. It's okay. So let me grab my shoes and I'm gonna be right back, okay? Okay. Okay, you guys, so let's get this shape together. There we go. Hey. So these are the shoes. Hey. So I'm gonna try to take the necklace off, you guys. Sometimes you just have to test out looks and see what you think. So I'm gonna take that off. right back to my studs. Need a different earring back. Hold on. Jeez. So now I'm gonna try some French braids, but I think this is just a cute little outfit. So, okay, you guys, so I'm going to re-glove up. Take my glove bag. I'm gonna re-glove up, okay. Sometimes this color lipstick, even though my teeth are really white, just sometimes this color lipstick makes your teeth not look that white. So I think that when I do the redo with the French braids, I'm going to, not redo, but when I do the second look with the French braids, I'm going to wipe off this lipstick. And maybe with that one, do a glossy lip, which a glossy lip is actually my favorite, or a nude lip. Maybe I'll try a nude lip. Dressing table is a hot mess. It's my makeup rag. Feels good. Okay, so now I'm going to take this mess out. I got a couple pins. And then after this, I'm going to put pajamas on, y'all. Specifically, I think I'm going to put on Cookie Monster pajamas. I don't know if you guys saw the short. I don't know, was it like a 40-second video of me wearing Cookie Monster pajamas? If not, you'll have to check it out. I think they're the cutest. And my nails just ironically matched. That was not done on purpose. So now I'm going to get my hair clip stuck. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's a hair clip. So first thing I'm gonna do, you guys, is part of my hair. My dressing table looks like a tornado hit it. And that's just for me doing this dress up. It wasn't that bad before, but I'm off tomorrow night. So I have all day and all night to organize and do what I would like to do in regards to stuff like that. I could do off-center part, but I think I'm just going to do a middle part for these French braids. see if my part looks straight or decent. Not really. So what's going on with this? Hold on, you guys. Okay, there we go. Believe it or not, during the week for work, I actually been wearing the same hair for like 2 days instead of just 1 day. So, which is amazing for me. Bobby pin hanging out. I think tomorrow I am gonna wash and deep condition my hair. Put that up. So now I'm gonna take my detangle brush and get these snaps. I don't want it real wet on the ends, so I'm just gonna detangle it. So I'm just gonna take and gel straight down the part, like on the side of the part. This video is gonna take forever for me to get uploaded to my channel. I already know, I can already tell. I'm gonna have to edit it and try to cut out what I can, which I don't like doing. I don't like when I have to cut parts out, but sometimes they won't upload correctly if I don't. So I'm just gonna take my brush and kind of just get my edges right. Or at least get the shape right. Okay. See how I did that? So I'm gonna start back here. It's okay not to start up here unless you want to. Again, if you're using splat or adore, you're gonna need these gloves. But you guys are probably a lot smarter than me. I would much prefer to be braiding my hair without gloves on, but there's just no way, not with this color. hair is thick, so the ends I'm just gonna tuck under, I think, for this style. I mean, there are some cute different ways I could do the ends, but I'm just gonna tuck them for this. Ideally, I would comb this out just to get the length, because right now it's just kind of like, kind of bunchy, if that's a word. I'm just going to use hairpins that have maybe a couple of the same colors in my shirt. I know I saw a couple pinks. Here's a black one. So I'm just going to tuck it and then pin it. It's not going to work. Okay. So instead, I'm going to take one of my small black bands. I'm going to band it several times first, and then I'm going to do like a cute little knot on the end. I'm going to do that. So let me see how that looks. I'd rather have it without the band on there. So I'm going to take the band off. I don't mind it breaking because I have like 1,000 of these bands. Just try to be gentle with my hair. It's not fully detangled, y'all, as you see. Okay. So now I'm just going to pin the end under. Like that. So let me do the other side, and then I'm going to come back and get the edges and just get it finished looking.